heard a really challenging concept today at church, and it's that we don't do enough preparation for failure. And that goes against like everything that we ever talk about in, success models. And that is, plan B. What's plan B? Plan B is to make plan A work, right? Failure's not an option. Like we ingrain this thought process into our head, therefore we don't plan for failure. And, that's not all that bad of a concept to not plan for failure, not going into something with a negative mindset that it's going to fail. But I think that you definitely need to have failure components as part of the model, whether it be in business, relationships, or really anything. Because so riddle me this, or go along with me here, if you will. When was the last time you talked to a newlywed couple or someone getting ready to get married and they said, hey, we've already kind of thought this out. We figured if we can get, 7 to 10 years of good marriage in, before all hell breaks loose, we'll call that a win. No one ever does that. No one goes into a marriage with a mental mindset of a failing. But you know what? There's components along the way that can lead to a failed marriage if you're not prepared for it. So, or anything for that matter. It's kind of like I think Mike Tyson used to say it. Everybody wants to be a fighter till they get punched in the mouth, and that's true. Those statements are so true. Like if you don't go into a situation knowing that it's going to be hard and there's going to be elements of that situation that are going to suck, then chances are you're going to ultimately fail entirely in that situation. But if you go into a marriage knowing that it's not going to be all rainbows and butterflies all the time, there's going to be some dark moments, there's going to be some tough, difficult moments. God forbid that, there should be any infidelity or drug abuse or physical and verbal abuse, any of that stuff. You've got to be prepared. What are we going to do in those moments if we go through that stuff? And I think you have to prepare yourself in work, in your business, your relationships, sports. I don't care what you do. You've got to prepare for tough moments. Because let me tell you something. Life hits you in the mouth really hard sometimes. And you just want to unravel. You got to be ready. So I'm not ever going to say prepare to fail or plan to fail. But I'm going to tell you, if you're not prepared for some level of failure or disappointment or disruption in what it is that you're doing, you're probably going to fail ultimately. So that's my message for today. I got that from Pastor Craig, today's message at church, and got that hit pretty good, So I think that if we go into every situation with some sort of planning that, hey, this is going to be tough. We know that this is going to be tough. It's not going to be, but this is what we're going to do during those tough times. Be good, be blessed, be stronger.